WPW fans, my name is Luke Pierce, and welcome to this installment of the WPW Rundown. We're going to start the show today with a recap of our 2023 WPW Rise tournament. In the first round of this tournament, we had Joey Jet Avalon facing off against Sierra. It was a hard-fought match that pushed both competitors to their absolute limit, but Joey Jet Avalon came out on top with a win after giving it his all to advance to the second round of the Rise tournament against Ethan Matthews. Ethan himself had already faced Madman Sid earlier in the night to make it to the second round, and he ended up barely getting that win over Madman Sid. And afterwards, Sid, not too pleased with that outcome. He had to be consoled, he had to be calmed down by his manager, Logan Ross. A very disappointing loss for Madman Sid. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, the Spectre, Jaden Mercer, faced the Mad Dog of War, Cujo. Cujo is an original from the old days of WPW, the founding days of this company, and he is returning after nearly a year. He had no idea what was in store for him with the Spectre. He found himself distracted throughout the match by the seemingly bewitching and mystical mask of Jaden Mercer. So much so that Jaden Mercer was able to get the win over WPW legend Cujo, who was still kind of in a daze after the match had already ended.
Cujo, hey man, you okay? You okay? Hey.
Then, to wrap up the first round of matches, Ragnar the Ruthless faced Arsenal's Army member Will Emery. Although a tough battle between the two transpired, between the bells of this match, Ragnar ended up with the victory. However, feeling insulted and perhaps shamed, Will Emery took out these frustrations by brutally attacking Ragnar after the bell had already rang, leaving the WPW Viking down for the count and injured for the remainder of the night.
Stupid ass cretin! That shot was mine! I hope your arm's broken! Freaking you sit down!
In the semi-finals, we had Ethan Matthews face off against Joey Jet Avalon, which was certain to be a modern WPW classic. However, near the end of the contest, we had a shocking turn of events as Brock Hall returned to WPW, serving as a distraction for Ethan Matthews, which would ultimately lead to a moment of capitalization for Joey Jet Avalon, securing the win and advancing in the Rise tournament to the finals. And after the match, one can only wonder how much Commissioner Jordy Lee had to do with this pivotal moment in this hard-fought tournament. And to determine the participants in the finals, the Spectre, Jaden Mercer, competed against an injured Ragnar the Ruthless, and although battling with an injured arm from earlier in the night, Ragnar was able to get the win over the Spectre. Yet, after the match, Jaden Mercer seemed unperturbed. He said that he already got what he came for. He already claimed what he came to WPW for. More to come. This brings us to the finals. Logan Lynch's representative, Draven Stryker, was in the commentary booth alongside my friend, Will the Thrill Sentowski, watching on with great interest to see who will be next in line to face Logan Lynch for that WPW Heavyweight Championship. And what he saw was no disappointment. Joey Jet Avalon already weakened from having two previous hard-fought battles, and of course, Ragnar the Ruthless, nursing an arm injury, put on a finals that probably topped any other finals we've seen in WPW history. Starting from the moment they both came out through the curtains, it was a brutal matchup for both. And at this point, it may have been pure adrenaline keeping these two men in the match after they have had such hard nights. Although the scale of fortune kind of went back and forth throughout the match, it was Ragnar who came out on top, finally with the victory.
You got a glove on. Joey, watch out!
Stop! I have you! I need help! I have you! I need help! Get out of the ring!
needs
Get out of the
Joey's
ring!
help!
Get out of the ring now! Get out! Don't come back! Get out now! Stay out! Stay out! Fine. Who wants to see a dead body? No, no, please!
Here's your winner and the new #1 contender,
And now he has been officially recognized as the #1 contender for the WPW Heavyweight Championship. After the conclusion of the tournament, Draven Striker then left the commentary booth and entered the ring, and he attempted to strike a deal with Ragnar the Ruthless.
I would like to give you an invitation to join Striker Industries.
However, just finishing one of the toughest nights of his life, Ragnar left the ring with Striker's hand still extended, leaving no answer to the representative of Striker Industries and the WPW Heavyweight Champion, Logan Lynch.
Yours truly, WPW Hall of Famer The Thrill, backstage here at the Rise Tournament with one half of the Tag Team Champions, Region Nathan Gust. Nathan, you're not in this tournament, and your partner's not even here. What are you doing here tonight?
I'm scouting, obviously. I'm one half of the #1 tag team, not just in Wisconsin professional wrestling, but in the state in general. So of course I'm scouting, because any one or, well, two, we could grab any two of these jamokes in this tournament, throw them in a tag team, beat the pants off of them, and still be WPW Tag Team Champions. Now that can only happen if we have a tag team match. Do you know what it's like to be the only horse in this race? We are the #1 tag team because we are the only tag team. So please, WPW, I am begging you, all I want in life is to defend these titles. Give me what I want. Give me any tag team in the state, in the country, in the world. March 24th at Supremacy. I'm coming. Ruthless Rage is coming, and we are going to fight someone whether you like it or not.
At this time, we'd like to take a moment to thank our WPW sponsors. Without you, there would be no WPW. We'd like to thank Cheesesteak Rebellion, Frost Giant Games, The Workshop in Hobart, Garu Creative, and 2XW Photography. Thank you for your continued support of WPW. And now with the Rise Tournament in the rearview mirror, we're now looking forward to March. We're looking forward to March 24th, where we will be having WPW Supremacy. We have debuts, we have matchups, and perhaps we'll get a few answers that we might be looking for. Jaden Mercer, after his second round loss in the Rise Tournament, will be facing a returning Jonathan C. Kidd. Now, what did Mercer mean when he said that he had already left with what he had came for in WPW? And how will Jonathan C. Kidd respond to this? After serving a 1-month suspension, Salem Crane will be returning to WPW in a rematch that got out of hand last time around against Madman Sid in what is sure to be a hard-hitting matchup. We will also have a debuting Brooke Tanner facing off against Arsenal's Army member Perfection, with both participants looking to prove something in WPW. We have another debuting talent, Drew Hernandez, will be facing off against another WPW newcomer, John Savage, with both looking to show off their abilities and strengths. We've seen John Savage in WPW before. Let's see if he can finally get that first win. We will also have our WPW Tag Team Champions, Ruthless Rage, facing off against Shane Hills and Big Cat Chris Bogger of the Players Club, defending their WPW Tag Team titles. After costing Ethan Matthews a win in the Rise Tournament, seemingly in ties with WPW Acting Commissioner Jordy Lee, The real Brock Hall answers his actions that upset the WPW fan base. And of course, we will have both the winner of the 2023 Rise Tournament, Ragnar the Ruthless, and WPW World Heavyweight Champion Logan Lynch participating in some pick your poison matches throughout the night, choosing one another's opponents. Now, after Ragnar left an offer made by Mr. Business Draven Striker in the middle of the ring at the conclusion of our last event, we will see how these pick your poison matches transpire throughout the evening. Thank you for tuning in to this installment of the WPW Rundown, but don't forget, WPW will be hosting Supremacy Friday, March 24th at the Workshop in Hobart. Doors open at 6:45 p.m. Our bell time is 7:30 p.m. Pre-sale general admission tickets are only $15. That price does jump up to $20 on the day of the show at the doors. Make sure to get your tickets early. Until then, I'm Luke Pierce. We'll see you at Supremacy.
Anyway, what year is March? Is it March 24th? 24th. Yeah. Hobart. The Players Club. That's us. First. Ruthless Rouge. Ruthless Rage. What is it? Ruthless Rage. Yes, them two guys. In Christmas. Christmas? No. Listen, we have to do what the Players Club do. What is that, Shane? Number one. Take them titles. Yeah. Number two. Yeah. Entertain them fans. Okay, all right. And number three. I already said take them titles, didn't I? Yes. Entertain them fans. Oh, whoop that ass. Yes. Hey, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to use the Gatorade. You pump it up, brother. All right.